Yo, what's good? This is Casey for L King Self for Life Wrestling Takes, and you're now watching Casey for L Wrestling Takes Show. What's good, everybody? This your boy Casey for L King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. Here to give you my honest take about how I feel about tonight's Go Home show. This is the Go Home show for Double or Nothing 2023, and I'm gonna be 1,000%, which I thought it was a decent episode, but still, Tony Khan's biggest issue is match placement and where he puts promos and big segments. Certain things he needs to realize. What you be doing, it ain't cutting it, man. You keep opening up with OC every week, it's not cutting it. I know you love OC. I know OC is one of your favorites. But you keep opening up with OC. Every match OC do, don't get me wrong, OC is one of the best in the game. But every match OC does is not always going to hit. And the fact that OC and Kyle Fletcher from Aussie Open, who, by the way, just got signed as a full-time tag team, which is kudos to them. Mark Davis got injured at the New Japan pay-per-view, so as of right now, he's on the shelf. But as of right now, Aussie Open is officially all elite, which tells me all I need to know. That young man, Will, the other guy, the leader of the group, he's coming. That young man will sign. They're just not sure when, but it's official. He's coming. William, you know what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not opening up with this matchup. This matchup was a middle-of-the-road match. Kyle Fletcher by OC for the AEW International Championship. I would have put this in the middle of the show. Real talk. This match wasn't hitting at all. Now, the audience, they thought they was going crazy. Vegas tried to get into it, but like I say, man, what they should have did, I think what they could have done, they could have just did this, saved this, like they could have did this last week. You could have had this match last week, and this week OC could be resting, or at least you could have had every member, well, some of the cast that's going to be involved in this matchup state their case as to why they're going to win that battle royal at Double or Nothing. Everybody state their case as to why they're going to win. Everybody say why you're going to win, and then everybody just, if you want everybody to beat the brakes off each other, fine, do that. But this matchup wasn't it. It was not hitting, y'all. It was not hitting. I tried to watch it. I said, man, Tony Khan can't help himself. I'm like, bro, you had the doggone contract signing sitting right in front of your face. You could have opened up with Chris Jericho and Adam Cole. That's what I would have done. I would have opened up with them, and I would have closed with MJF and the Pillars, because you want, if that's your main event, if MJF and the Pillars are going to be your main event, don't you want them to be in the main event spot of the show? Don't you want them to close the show? Like, I get it. You want the Elite and the BCC to be the big thing and all that. Everything, if you want this to be a great go-home show, it's all about where you place things. I'm telling you all the time. I say this in the reviews, at the review, at the review, at the review. It's not that hard, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. Like I say, this match wasn't hit at all. OC gets the victory. He's going into Double or Nothing, back against the wall. 20 other men are going to try to take his championship. He's not winning. He's going to lose it. I don't know who he's losing to, but he's definitely not winning because this man is banged up. He's beat up. He needs a long break. Give him a couple of months to chill and then bring him back. He come back and everybody be like, oh, welcome back, OC. But this match wasn't hit at all, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Kyle Fletcher tried his best. Now, Kyle Fletcher's a good wrestler, but that's, ladies and gentlemen, now you understand why cats that be in tag team matches are in tag team matches. No disrespect to Kyle, but he ain't William. He ain't Will Ospreay, ladies and gentlemen. He is not Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is the leader of that group for a particular reason. And this young man is a tag team guy with Mark Davis. All right. So I definitely would have not opened up with that. I'm telling y'all right now, I wouldn't have opened up with that. OC gets the victory. You know, it is what it is on that. Then Ricky is talking with Renee Paquette about what he plans to do. He said he, week in, week out, he's getting jumped by Jay Lethal and Juice Robinson every time. But he said it doesn't matter because he's going to walk out as your new AEW International Champion. As soon as he can get those words out of his mouth, the two of them came out to woodwork and beat the brakes off of him. So as of right now, they almost planting seeds as Ricky needs somebody because he keeps getting jumped by the two of them. He has nobody to help him. We're going to figure out on Sunday who he's going to align with because that's what it feels like. So that's why I guess Tony Khan decided, you know what? I gave you Ricky versus Jay White. I would have just saved that match and put it on the card. You know, but the fact is, no, he throwing them all in the doggone 21 Battle Royale, Blackjack Battle Royale for the All-Atlantic AEW International Championship. But he got jumped. You know, it is what it is on that. We come back. Jungle Boy, who I think out of all four of them is the weakest promo, talked about how when he first got started, he always drove back and forth from his home to Vegas, and it would be a long drive. And he remembered when he first got started, it was an emotional time. But now he talked about being with Christian and didn't realize that everything would go turn to the worst because Christian would turn his back not only on him, but Luchasaurus would turn his back on him as well. But he's looking forward to walking in the Double or Nothing and walking out as your new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, which we know dang well that's not going to happen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't catch this, but as we talk about when I get there, when I talk about all four of them being in the ring together, shout out to my main man Phil from Grapsody because he caught it right away, and I didn't see this at all. I wasn't peeping it. I didn't catch it at all, but he caught it, and I'm gonna talk about it when I get there. We get FTR, Cash, and Dax that come out there talking about what they plan to do to Jay and Jeff going into the match. They're going to kill him. They're going to destroy him. But they asked Mark Briscoe he would come out because they wanted to apologize. Now, the one thing I like about FTR, they love to sell their injuries. And the fact that you seen on Dax's bald head, X marks the spot, little Band-Aid on the back of his head. I love it. It gives me old school wrestling vibes. If you get busted open, sell the fact that you got busted open. I love that. Great. Mark Briscoe comes out. Mark Briscoe talk about he loves them. He said, we blood brothers. He said, I had your back. We had great matches. We had a trilogy. The two of us versus you and your brother. Listen, I didn't mean to do it. He said, hey, man, look, I know you my brother and all that, but what was that power driver before? He said, bro, I apologize. So he extended his hand. He whacked his hand away. Then Cash got up in there, tried to push him. And then he looked and he slapped him. And they was going at it. They were going at it. So as of right now, The biggest puzzle piece is, where does Mark Briscoe lie? What is his allegiance? Is his allegiance going to be with FTR, or is his allegiance going to be with Jay and Jeff Jarrett? Because all of them soon came out. Jeff Jarrett came out there thinking Mark Briscoe was on his side. He walked right up to that man, slapped him. Then he got into Jay Lethal's face and told Jay Lethal, "You my guy, but listen to me. I'm calling this match down the middle. I don't have your back. I don't have those clowns in the ring back. I'm going into business for myself." So as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have absolutely no idea who's going to win this match. I'm pulling for FTR. But man, if Tony Khan does if he does what I think he's probably going to do, this will be a terrible decision. Nobody's trying. Listen, I appreciate Jeff Jarrett being there, because he's the reason why they able to go to these different markets. That's what he did while he was in the E. But if this man, listen to me, Tony Khan allows Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett to win these AEW Tag Team Championships, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm going to do, because ain't nobody trying to see no garbage Jeff Jarrett on. No, I'm not. Listen, I respect what the man has done, but not now. No, FTR needs to retain, but we don't know what Mark Briscoe's allegiance is going to be, because he basically told you, I'm not siding with FTR and I'm not signing with Jeff and Jay Lethal. We don't know that. We don't know. None of us know. We're only going to find out come Sunday. Sunday night is when he does the 1, 2, 3, we'll know. But we don't know right now. But knowing Tony Khan, he loves Jay Lethal, he loves Jeff Jarrett, and ain't nobody trying to see all that. I'm just not trying to see Jeff Jarrett. And listen, I respect Jay Lethal as well, but I'm just not trying to see these two old geezers as if this is Impact. This is not Impact. This is not TNA when it was falling off. Nobody trying to see that. I know Tony Khan has such infatuation with that TNA version when it was falling off, but no, ain't nobody trying to see Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Nobody. So he can kick rocks with all that foolishness. So, said what I said about that. Then, we get Sammy talking with Renee, talking about what he plans on doing, talking about how he had always had to work and all of these old school jobs, and the offer was still standing if he would lay down for MJF. He said, no, MJF can kick rocks and shove it up his butt, because I'm walking out the champion too. So he cut his little promo saying what he had to say. He gonna do what he needs to do. So then, we get the House of Black Rules, House Rules match, House of Black Trios match, taking on AR Fox, Blake Christian, and Matt Salik. Now, I was expecting the Acclaim to either after the match come out and cut a promo on them, because the matchup is supposed to be on the card. For what I know, they did become the number one contenders. So when you think they would interact with them, don't you want people to get hyped for this? Unless Tony Khan was waiting on Rampage or something, I don't know. But I was expecting to see the Acclaim come out there, bust a rhyme, say what they had to say, talk about them. I was expecting it, but Tony Khan said, no, I'll save it for Rampage. This was just basically, for the champions to get their feet wet, to go into AEWDynamite, Double or Nothing looking strong. The best part of this is when Brody King was choking the mess out of Blake Christian. That move where he put you over the ropes and he choking the mess out. I love that move. That finisher is excellent. I love that. That was great. That was the best part of the whole match to me. They retained their championships. You knew they wasn't losing. Julia Hart standing out there making them crazy facial expressions she be making. So we get the BCC in the locker room talking about what they plan on doing to the Elite. They're going to murder the Elite. Bryan Danielson said what he had to say then. Moxley got on the mic talking about this ain't no gimmick. He said we the best group, no pun intended, but we the best stable in the game right now. Can't nobody touch us. We are the major leagues. That was a direct shot at Seth Rollins for calling them the minors when Cody Rhodes came through, said you had your fun in the minors. Moxley said this ain't the minors. He said this is the major leagues, and he called the Elite the kids, and that they don't really know what they're doing. Decent promo. They said, look, we're going to take care of those clowns on Sunday, but tonight, Claudio and Wheeler Yuta will win those Ring of Honor championships from the Lucha Bros. No point, no ifs, ands, buts about it. We're going to get those championships. That's exactly what they said. Right on point. Got it over. Move on. So then, MJF comes out, and what he does, he knows how to get a crowd going nuts. He can get people cheering for, and then 1 minute, next minute, he get everybody boom. Out of all 4 members of the Pillars, He's the best one. There's no, like, I mean, I really don't have anything else to say. He got there. He said, he said, this is supposed to be Sin City, but all y'all is looking like a bunch of virgins. He put over while he destroyed all members, basically saying that all three of them suck when it comes to promos. He said that Sammy needs to get his tongue and be electrocuted. Then he said something about Darby needs to try to climb Mount Everest with his shoes untied. Then he said something about Jungle Boy needs to go try to do something because he'll just bore himself to death or something like that. But then he said once we first got started, he said nobody knew exactly who the four of them were. Now everybody knows exactly who they are because they always put on bangers, every single one of them. And he's right. MJF had great matches with all three members. Now you put all four of them together. I believe this main event is going to bang. I just personally wish Tony Khan could have easily saved this to the end of the show. This is, if you really want people to think this is just like your most important match, don't you think you would have saved this to the end of the show? So as he's running his mouth, Darby comes out. Then he tells them cut Darby's music. Darby gets in the ring. He starts talking about how when he was young and he used to work at a place called the 99-cent store, and while he was there, he was a loser. But after he became a wrestler, he realized that he could take over the world and that MJF ain't going to stop him. But what he's going to do, he's going to beat MJF with his own move or something like that. So then that's when the two of them started getting into it. And then that's when Sammy came out there to quote-unquote try to rescue, because what MJF did, he kicked him in the nuts. Sammy come running out there, then that man go running back, and he forgot, oh, that's right, Jungle Boy ain't came out yet. Tarzan Boy hits, Jungle Boy comes out. MJF tries to hit him with the belt. He misses. He lays the clothesline and lay that man out. He picks up the title, then he looks at him. Now, shout out to my main man, Phil from Grapson. Phil said that Jungle Boy may possibly be the reason why MJF wins. Do we witness a Jungle Boy Jack Perry heel turn at Double or Nothing? Is that a possibility? It probably is, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't even thinking about it, but based on how things are moving, a heel Jack Perry can no longer come out to Tarzan Boy. If he's going heel, he cannot come out to Tarzan Boy. He cannot. He cannot come out to Tarzan Boy, ladies and gentlemen. He can't. If he's going heel, if Jack Perry is going heel, he cannot come out to Tarzan Boy. He can't. But that's how that segment, I would have finished the show. That's how I would have went off. I would have went off like that. But they said, no, we're going to save the elite part because that's what it is now. Let's see. I talked about all that. So then we get Wardlow and Arn Anderson cutting a promo about them possibly beating the snot out of Christian in the ladder match and all that. And I'm going to be 1,000%. I didn't care one bit about this promo at all. I didn't care at all. Because I'm so over Wardlow, ladies and gentlemen. I am over Wardlow. I am. I'm so over that man. Just put the championship on Christian and call it a day. Just put it on. We hot potato this title so much. I'm looking forward to Christian winning. Just put it on Christian and call it a day. Because I'm over it. I'm over Wardlow. Tony Khan destroyed this man. He destroyed my boy Will Hobbs. This is what I knew. When you brought in that AEW International Championship, it was going to hinder the TNT title. And it has hindered the TNT title for real. You might as well call that the new 24/7 championship. Because that title don't mean nothing. Put it on Christian and let Christian go on a mighty run. I don't want him to win it and then lose it the very next week. It's pointless. That's why I'm like, man, I'm so over Wardlow, man. I don't even care about Arn Anderson being back. I thought I would care about Arn being back. It's just not working, ladies and gentlemen. It's not working. This is probably one of the worst parts of the whole show for me. But so then we get the women. We got Lady Frost taking on Taya Valkyrie. Now it's funny. Lady Frost got a full interest. So is she officially AEW? I'm not sure. She may be. She may fit because she was on Ring of Honor, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe she is. It's a possibility. I thought this was a decent match. Lady Frost showed me something. I've seen her plenty times. Taya Valkyrie, you know she gonna do what she do. And during the commercial break, that's when Jade, Mark Sterling, and Layla Gray came out there to watching. And it was almost like they kind of wanted Taya to win, which is kind of strange. But if Jade is not wrestling on Rampage, ladies and gentlemen, the world's going to be mad. The world is going to be mad come Sunday. The world is going to be mad. I want Miss Jade to lose, but she's not going to lose. If Jade is not wrestling, if she does not become 60-0 at Rampage, she's becoming 60-0 at Double or Nothing. It's going to happen. She's walking out again, and it feels like, what's the point of having Ted come back? She got screwed before, and she's going to get screwed again. And so you seen the three of them watching, and after that, they clapped, they shook their heads, and then after they walked out, Ted got on the mic and said, I'm going to become new champion this Sunday. I said, well, you better hope Jade becomes 60-0 before Double or Nothing, because if she going into Double or Nothing 59-0, Ted's not winning, ladies and gentlemen. It's unfortunate, but I'm telling you what it is, you know. Now we get the big announcement. So Tony Khan talked about Collision, talked about all the other stuff. He said, I told you where we're going to be going all these other previous weeks, but everybody wants to know, where is the debut show of Collision? Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming right back here. It's going to be right back in the backyard like everybody expected it to be. Collision is debuting at the United Center. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got the United Center debut of Collision. We got Dynamite, which is going to be at the Wintrust Arena. It's going to be a Chicago weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, the handwriting is on the wall. You know who's returning, ladies and gentlemen. It is without a shadow of a doubt. The man is back. Ladies and gentlemen, look at me right now. He is returning this Sunday. Put your money on it. CM Punk returns this Sunday at Double or Nothing. It's a done deal. People expect him to return on June 17th. Nope. He returns this Sunday. Now, what aspect does he return? I will get there when I talk about the main event. But expect CM Punk to return at Double or Nothing. The cat is out of the bag. It's over. The wait is over. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe CM Punk is about to go on a generational heel run. You thought the pipe bomb was crazy back then? You ain't heard nothing since. Nothing. A heel CM Punk in AEW with all the you know, no PG involved. This ain't no PG CM Punk. This is raw as you gonna get. He finna say all kind of crazy stuff. You don't know what kind of foolishness is finna come out of his mouth. He gonna go crazy. Especially all these clowns in the dirt sheets that did not know a single thing. Sit up here lying saying, oh, Tony Khan is over CM Punk and lawsuits this and lawsuits that. Ain't no. Y'all can kick rocks with all that foolishness. The fool is pulling up this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wrap. It's over. We get Heyman talking to Alex Marvez. Alex Marvez asked him, you guys are getting ready to get back together. You, the Elite, you get to take out the BCC. Now, we heard from both Brian and Moxley about what they're going to plan on doing to you. But my question is, how is your relationship with the Elite? Are you guys back together? Are you on speaking terms? He talked about the Young Bucks first. He said, me and the Young Bucks have always been tight. You know, we just had a falling out, but we're back together. As for me and Kenny Omega, you know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like, I don't want to say a business or whatever, you know. It's like we just work together. But throughout the times and where we are right now, it's all about family. And that's my family. And I can't wait that this Sunday we are going to legit murder the BCC. They will not be able to withstand us. I said, ladies and gentlemen, all 4 members of the Elite are back together as one. I said, this is perfect timing. Perfect timing for CM Punk to pull up. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. I can't wait. Your man is ready. I can't wait. Give me the Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait. I'm going to be there. It's going to be outstanding. I cannot wait. So we get this match, or we get the contract signing, which I personally think should have opened up the show. The contract signing should have opened up the freaking show, ladies and gentlemen. You open up the show with the doggone contract signing, and then you get the crowd crazy because of who showed up. Adam Cole, Roger Strong come out first. Jericho and the JAS clowns come out behind him. He sits down, looks at Jericho, and he just goes on one big old rant. He destroys Jericho. He talks about he gonna make sure that man can't walk. He gonna bust this man. He said his blood gonna be on his hands. He gonna knock his teeth out and all this stuff. And then Jericho said his rebuttal was, all I got to do is show you what you did, what happens to your girl. And that's exactly what he did. He showed him the beat down that Britt got. And so he said, well, the contract, since you weren't paying attention, says that every member of the JAS is allowed out there so they could get involved. All you got is Roger Strong. What you going to do about it? Adam Cole said, I'm glad you said that. You know, Jericho, since you like to go nuts, you like to go crazy, I like to go crazy. But I got somebody that's right from this backyard, right? He's right here in Vegas. But this guy's a legend. He's a legend in the game. He's crazy as hell. He do all kind of crazy, clock, silly things. I got the one and only Sabu. Now, first of all, who in their right mind was thinking about Sabu? I wasn't thinking about no doggone Sabu. No. Man, he said Sabu's name. That crowd went completely crazy. That crowd, speaking of which, I forgot to talk about it. But as soon as Tony Khan mentioned the Collision show in Chicago, everybody was saying CM Punk chants. I said, ladies and gentlemen, it picked up right where we left off. So back to the Sabu chants. We got the Sabu chants. Sabu came out here looking like an old retired man. Who knows what this fool is going to be doing on Sunday? I don't know. He looked like he needs to go sit down somewhere. It's good to see Sabu, but let alone, I did not think, I was like, first of all, I wasn't even thinking about no doggone Sabu. I wasn't even thinking about that man. Here we go. Sabu is going to be in Roderick Strong and Adam Cole's corner. Obviously, this to me it's turned into a 3-on-5 match. That's what it feels like. But we shall see. Contract signing, they both signed it, and then right after which we had Roger Strong versus Daniel Garcia. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I would have opened the show up with. We get the contract signed, and as soon as the contract signing is done, we go right into the first matchup, which is DG versus Roderick Strong. Go right into the first matchup. It's not that difficult. Tony Khan like, no, I got to do OC. I got to do OC's my guy. I'm like, no, man. You don't need to always have OC open up the freaking show. Think about that. It's the same thing. OC open the show. OC. Oh, I'm like, bruh, switch it up. Do something different for a change, man. That's why cats like, shout out to my main man, David, a.k.a. Bishop. We call each other Bishop all the time. My man Bishop told me, man, he thought the show was kind of weak. He talked about how the contract signing and MJF situation was the best parts of the whole show. I don't blame him. I don't blame him, man. But Tony Khan insists, I got to have OC open the show. I got to. No, you don't, bro. No, you don't. Yo. But I thought the contract signing was great. And DG versus Roderick Strong. Decent matchup. Cats doing what they had to do. Now, Roderick Strong has looked strong coming in. He has not lost one match yet. That man is 3-0 if I'm not mistaken. He came in and he is, I mean, look at this man. 3-0. So he beat DG. He beat Daniel Garcia. So now I'm asking myself, does Adam Cole go over? Because now I'm confused. I don't know. I had Adam Cole going over because it's the right thing to do. Jericho doesn't need this, but I don't know. I have no clue. And speaking of which, I didn't say anything about this, but I'm about to get on Jericho's case. So there's a lot of people that think Jericho's a white supremacist. He probably is, man. I mean, it's time and time again, Jericho has come up with some very questionable things. I mean, everybody keep coming at him about his wife pulling up at the doggone January 6th situation. She was out there. Don't know why she was out there. And he said so many questionable things that just make you wonder, man, Jericho is a low-key white supremacist. He's a suspect. As my main man Tariq Nasheed always say, Jericho really is showing himself. This circus clown decided to go on somebody's podcast and complain about a certain group named Iron Maiden not being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He said, why are people, quote unquote, why are people like Missy Elliott and LL Cool J in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but Iron Maiden isn't in there? I'm like, man, if you don't sit your white supremacist behind on down somewhere, this is why fools be coming at Jericho all the time. Clowns be coming at Jericho all the freaking time because this fool would just be sitting up just saying anything. Don't be caring. Shoot, I'm like, bro, if you don't sit your little goofy behind down somewhere, first of all, it's called rock and roll. Do you understand who created rock and roll? I mean, look, I don't even have to go there. The fact this fool decided to do that, I'm like, man, Jericho telling himself every day. Every day. Look, the only reason, I respect the man when he in the ring, but outside of that, his food just be, I'm good. And he need to understand that Fozzy ain't never giving up in there. Like, don't get me wrong, Jericho is a decent, keyword, decent singer. That's it. But he ain't Hall of Fame worthy. And what I'm told, the lead singer of the Iron Maiden group said that he has no desire to even be in the Hall of Fame. He said that if he ever get inducted, he ain't showing up. Now, that came from the mouth of the leader of Iron Maiden. So, Jericho, what are you talking about? You just over there just saying some foolishness just to be saying anything. Why are people like Missy Elliott and LL Cool? Because they're legends in the game. They're legends in the game. Why are people like them? What do you mean people like them? Man, Jericho a clown. And he the main one running around here talking about he wasn't a butt clown. No, you are a butt clown. You are a serious butt clown. A serious clown through and through. I was supposed to do a video on it. I said, you know what? This is the time I'm going to destroy Jericho on that foolishness that he decided to do. Video went viral all over the place. I was like, man, this clown. I said, look at this fool. Look at this fool. Ain't nothing but a clown. Jericho ain't nothing but a circus clown, ladies and gentlemen. He needs behind kick. That's why I need Adam Cole to beat the brakes off of him. But now, I don't know, because Roger Strong has looked too freaking strong. Roger Strong has looked too freaking strong. And Adam Cole, I don't know. Now, one thing, though, I need them to do, protect the mess out of Adam Cole. Protect his head, ladies and gentlemen. Protect his head, fellas. Protect his head. Because Tony Khan he's prepping Adam Cole to be the guy. I don't know if cats ain't peeping the game. The game is right in front of your face. He's prepping that man to be the guy. He really is. So, I just need them to protect the mess out of Adam Cole. Now, is Adam Cole going over? Oh, man, I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know, but we'll find out. We'll find out. So, Roger Strong beats DG. Decent match. You know, it is what it is on that. We get a promo video package from Miss Willow Nightingale on her big victory at the New Japan Strong pay-per-view that we just got. She got it, and they actually showed Miss Mercedes Moné, ladies and gentlemen. So, you have to ask yourself, they showing her. She is coming. But the deal is, now because she didn't mess her ankle up, it got pushed back. So, obviously, she's definitely coming. If she wasn't coming, they wouldn't even acknowledge it. But the fact that they acknowledged what Willow Nightingale did, this is also showing that there is definitely some type of partnership going on with the New Japan Women's Strong division, or whatever they call the women's side of New Japan, whatever it's called. It seems like it's some type of new partnership that's going on, because the fact that you got an AEW women holding a title, something going on, ladies and gentlemen. Something going on. So then we get to the main event. Now, at first, I didn't want this match. I didn't, because this is a Ring of Honor title. Ring of Honor titles being defended on AEW TV need to be a thing of the past. But the only reason why this match is on here is because every member involved has some type of situation going on with the members of the Elite. Every single one of them. So, we get Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Casanova versus Penta El Zero and Rey Fenix. Decent tag team match. You knew they weren't losing their tag team titles, but the question is, how are the Elite going to get involved? We ain't seen no Kenny Omega all day. We haven't seen Don the Clown. You know, Don the Clown had already made his allegiance with BCC. You ain't seen him. So, they cheat their behinds off. Moxley ended up coming out there at the last minute. It didn't help. And meanwhile, the Young Bucks were chilling under the ring the whole time, because Claudio was over there cheating his behind off. Now, Wheeler Yuta, man, let me tell you something. Wheeler Yuta know he sell his tail off. That man be selling he get kicked in the head no matter what. He get kicked in the head, and he's doing a headstand on the doggone turnbuckles. I said, man, this fool's, look, you would think he'd be running around here with a concussion as much as he get kicked in the head. But the Lucha Bros got help from the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks was hiding in the ring. They was pulling Claudio. Claudio was trying to get back up in the ring, but they said, nope, you ain't getting back up in there. And Lucha Bros were able to get the victory. That's when Moxley came running up out there. Now, Brian was on commentary the whole time, just sitting up saying anything. I didn't pay a single mind. I didn't pay him no attention. He just over there blabbling, just be blabbling. Sound like me, just talking, just be talking. Me, I got a reason to be talking to y'all because I'm giving you an honest review about what I thought about the show. Bryan Danielson, he's sitting on commentary just sounding goofy, just saying anything. Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then it's funny. After everything happened, he looked up as if he really didn't know what the heck happened. Like, what's going on here? I'm like, man, you seen what's going on. Stop acting stupid. Stop being goofy. But that's Bryan Danielson for you. Shout out to him. Oh, and shout out to my main man Cleveland Me, my main man Joe. The show was great. The podcast drops. I think he said he's gonna drop the podcast in the morning. Check his Twitter page on Cleveland Me on Twitter. I'm telling you, he gonna drop the link. It was just me and him. Cleve wasn't able to make it, and shout out to my main Top of Times. He wasn't able to make it either, but me and Joe, we had a great time. We talked about the Double or Nothing card. We talked about Night of Champions. We talked about all that. So tune in whenever he drop it. It's a good listen. After the matchup, like I said, all of them came out. Young Bucks ran out to the ring. I mean, they ran into where the fans was, and Moxley gets on the mic and says that for all these people who be running around here thinking that AEW is too much blood and they too squeamish, you ain't seen violence yet. He said, come this Anarchy in the Arena match, we're going to be going triple. I said, man, look, I don't even know what that be. I said, look, they always bleed every 5 seconds, but they about to go to the max. I don't know. I have no clue what kind of foolishness they getting ready to do, ladies and gentlemen, but they about to do some serious foolishness, and we about to witness. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we got an announcement. AEW's video game comes out June 29th. Hey, I ain't played a wrestling game since Raw vs. SmackDown. Yeah, you hear that. I have not played a wrestling game since the very first Raw vs. SmackDown. That's the last wrestling game I played. I have not touched any of the 2K games. Never. I'm serious. People say, wait, what? No, I have not. The last Raw vs. SmackDown game, the very first one, is the last wrestling video game I played. This game, I'm eventually going to play it because I ain't even got a PS5 right now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't. When I get that PS5, I'm going to definitely be playing that game. I can't wait. I can't wait to play it. It's finally coming out. Hey, that's that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to give you a prediction of all the matchups this Friday. Friday is going to be a prediction for Night of Champions, a prediction for Double or Nothing, while I give you a SmackDown/Rampage review, all in one big dumb man video, all wrapped around. So it's going to be, Night of Champions predictions, Double or Nothing predictions, Rampage, SmackDown, all in one. And then Saturday night, I give you my review for Night of Champions. And then Monday, because it's Memorial Day weekend, I will give you a full, thorough review of what I thought of Double or Nothing. This is your boy, Caseyville, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. Hit the comment section up. Like I said, Tony Khan needs to just put things in the right place. If he put certain things in the right place, I think the shows will flourish much better. But because he always is so ecstatic about OC opening the show, this is the result you're going to get. A middle to the road episode. Like I said, I'm excited for the show. I can't wait for Double or Nothing. But it's always about how you present. I always talk about this. Presentation is the key when it comes to wrestling TV. It's the same thing with pay-per-view. It's everything. If you lackluster in your presentation, ain't nobody going to watch. Ain't nobody going to tune in what you're talking about. They just like, man, I'll miss it. I just read about it. You know what I mean? But, hey, this your boy, KCFL, King Self Life Wrestling Takes. Hey, hit the comment section up. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Hit the like button, and I'll talk to y'all cats on Friday. I'll let you boy.